Hey, it's been a couple days. Hope everybody has been well. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to try to do a who, what, why reading. We're going to start with the archetype cards. It gives us kind of characters and their role, light and shadow aspects. And then we're going to do that for you and an external energy. And then we're going to do this John Bauer Tarot for a what. We'll pull 3 cards for each side and what and an energy in between. And then we'll use the Astro codes for a why. We'll see. I have no idea what's going to come up, but I figured a variety is an interesting thing before we get back into sign energy. I try to do an eclipse energy also. That's in a few days. Try to do that. Those I space out on those real hard for some reason. I always like to do the moon readings, and I used to do them more often for myself, but life, busy. Okay, so your energy is femme fatale, light attributes, highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected, shadow attributes, inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. Okay. And, I mean, you could use that sort of energy, whether male or female. Okay. Outside of you, rebel. This person doesn't look like a rebel. They look like they're chilling, but I guess they're in a tree. Light attributes. Challenges authority to effect social change. Rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. Shadow attributes. Rejects legitimate authority out of anger. Rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. That's funny to me, because it rebels out of peer pressure. Is that really rebellion? That seems like following. That seems like an oxymoron, but like it is in the shadow attribute category. Okay, so like the light attribute would be a rebel for a cause or the cause. Okay, so I want to do energy between you, but at the bottom, regardless, is Fool, light attributes. Fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. Shadow attributes, using humor to wound rather than liberate. Denial of your emotional truth. I resonate with this one very much. It's if you've been open for quite some time, at some point, you kind of just shift into the defense mechanism of making things a joke, and there's no malicious intent more often than not. It's like your ego, even gently, just slips in to help protect you. And humor thinks like it's a fine way to do it, but that's not always the case. It's not always helpful. And that's something like I'm actually really recognizing when it comes to relationships that actually make me feel vulnerable. Yeah. Okay, so energy between femme fatale, and rebel. Monk Nun. Light attributes. Selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. Shadow attributes. Negative judgment of the physical world. Excess piety. That is such an interesting energy between the two. Maybe if... Okay. Okay. If you're the type that tends to not follow the rules, but you're in a situation that you really care about, that makes you want to follow the rules, it might even creep into like a sort of what do I do stagnation is what I'm getting here. Like, oh, that's so funny. Like, make sure you stay your authentic self. Regardless of like feeling differently about something new. It's not to say to fall, like, hold on to all the habits you've ever had that haven't necessarily gotten you where you want to go in all areas of your life. Some, certainly. But that is interesting. Sorry, coffee. Thank you for your patience on, like, processing some of this stuff when it comes in. Because this is also a new spread here we're trying out. So, for me, you know. And also this John Bauer deck is lovely. I like the images are so interesting. It's like kind of fantasy and giants and fairies looking things. Okay. So we will do a what for each character. So we'll do 2 femme fatale, which we have. Isn't that an interesting image? King of Cups. But like, look at that child. Like, isn't that so interesting? Let's get the other one. And Knight of Swords. Oh, so pretty. Oh. Femme fatale with... This is the what, so... I'm like trying to figure out what this is. This deck is so new to me. It's just like, it's pulling in a lot of different things. Like non-traditional to the traditional tarot. Like, this character is looking like if this is if this is you, if you're the femme fatale, trying to use your, like, little... Oh my gosh. It's not even feminine wiles, because it's, like, nowhere... Like, they're nowhere near that kind of dynamic. But she's like, I need your help. Like, dude, you rich. Like, my shoes are falling apart. Like... and... But then there's this romantic... But it's the Knight of... Like... I'm just trying to figure out why the Knight of Swords looks so romantic. Because it's swords. I guess make sure... If you're going for something, that it's for the right reasons. Ah. Okay, so Rebel over here, outside of you, is the 8 of Pentacles, working towards something. Definitely working towards something. So that translates to the typical tarot. And then the Magician. They're trying to make something happen. Okay. Let's see. The Three of Wands at the bottom. Waiting for your ships to come in. Someone outside of you is working for something. It's almost when your dependency is rejected. Eee, okay. So even the light attribute. I think whoever you are, which, you know, could be any of us, me, you, or flip the roles. If you feel like you're the person really doing the work, when it comes to, I want to say your three-dimensional life, honestly. Then again, it could be both, because this is open your heart when your dependency is rejected. Now, I want to say this is almost a three-dimensional thing. Because maybe there's something about your three-dimensional life that hasn't quite caught up with... I don't know. Because if you have any sort of codependency, to that character there that has put work in, and like I said, that could be you. You could flip these around. Being told to keep your heart open. It's not even saying to do the work, so maybe it is just codependency. Don't shut down if a Knight of Swords has rejected your advances. So I think there's a stagnation here at the moment. If you do, or maybe there is already, but somebody is trying to make something happen. Something just hasn't been quite right yet. I don't know why I'm shuffling these like this, because I hadn't, but okay. So the Y for you is third house communication. I'm going to get 2 for each like I did. And then mystery. I keep just wanting to think, like, if you've communicated in a way that doesn't feel sufficient, don't shut down. And there's nothing here even saying you would. Or even don't, like, shift into this critical sort of fool using your defense mechanisms. Yeah. Okay, so outside of you, vision and arrival. First house. Neptune in first house, third house, 8th house. If something's still a mystery to you, even after you communicated your truth, someone's working towards manifesting their vision. And maybe they're not there yet, but try not to shut down. That's what I want to say. What's at the bottom of this? Scorpio, investigate. In Imamkoli? That's one that always gets me. Root. Scorpio. It is Scorpio time. Investigate. En route. I think it is the time, it's the season to go and do shadow work. If you get triggered by not being entirely clear about the future when it comes to external factors, you might want to do some shadow work and figure out why somebody else's story would affect you. Be ground in your own life. Sow your own seeds. Because anything externally is going to be an addition to your life. It shouldn't be your foundation. And maybe that's like something where I'll say we, because I am a feminine. Perhaps some of us fall into phases of making decisions based on a variety of factors, when it really should have a lot to do with the trajectory, like your ultimate goals. The way other people fit into those goals will evolve based on, their willing participation and your willing contribution to where they're going also. I guess it's just the nature of the reading, right? I just made it about internal, external. So even if this is, a business, it could be anything. Families. Like your family's working towards something that you just don't understand or haven't quite gotten into alignment with. Could be you're meant to focus on your own things. Not in a selfish way. Just your primary free time is designed for your growth. In whatever way is healthy for you. That's a lot. Not really. I don't know, people. I hope this made sense to somebody. If you were making decisions based on external factors, pull it back, make decisions based on you, and things will be revealed. Nothing about this looks bad. External things might be a mystery, but they will be revealed. An arrival will happen at some point. And if you focus on yourself, all the better. Anyway, I'll see you again. Love you.